Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. Today is June 30th. It is early morning and it is the perfect time to wrap up this month and do an end of month budget recap. So I'm very excited for July to be here for various reasons. I don't know, it just feels like it's a new start and hopefully things will start to get better and things will improve and all that good stuff. I started to work on this recap sheet and it is just kind of a culmination of all of the pay dates that I've had, the different income sources, the bills that I had to plan for July, the variable expenses that I had all month in June, my sinking fund totals, and my nephew's rent money, and then the money that I have put aside totally for taxes, and then all expenses and savings, income, and difference. So there's a lot of information to capture here, and I think this is going to be a really good tool to use moving forward. Set up just like this. I mean, this works for me. But it's going to be really good just to be able to look back at this just at a glance and, maybe compare this month to the following month or 6 months from now and just see how things have changed. I got some new questions on where I got this budget planner, and this is kind of a hybrid and it's a tulle notebook cover, and this pattern is called Brilliance in Rose Gold. As you can see, it has like the shimmery gold behind the die cut pattern, but I took the cover off the tulle notebook and I put it onto a big happy planner. I think I'm going to use the monthly layout first. It'll just prevent me from having to go back and forth with the pages. And I'm going to start by plugging in the different amounts that I brought in with my side incomes and then also with my regular jobs. My husband was able to finally talk to a person in the unemployment office in our state, and she did corrected the situation for the past 3 weeks that he applied for. But dating back to April 3rd, when he first applied for unemployment, she said that he would have to appeal all that time. So I think it's something like 9 weeks worth. So that's a little bit disappointing because she said it can take up to 3 weeks to iron itself out, but at least there's kind of, some movement on it and some information, like I said, from an actual person. The other good news is I never expected this. I thought if you made a certain amount of money, you didn't qualify for the COVID extra CARES Act $600 a week, but she said he does qualify. So that's really, really going to help us catch up and then even get ahead of the game. So I'm really happy about that. Again, we don't have the money yet. We'll have to wait and see. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's at least in a very positive direction, and we were so appreciative of her and all the information that she gave us. And she was just saying how overwhelmed they were, and they hired a lot of temporary workers. And she said things were just a mess, not only for the recipients and people who were filing the claims, but for also the people who are working there, which I can totally believe and understand. Here we have the first 3 pays. On June 3rd, I got $19.49. That was my very first income from Grubhub. And then the next day, $19.49 was for Instacart. So I have that all listed here already, so I didn't have to write it out and waste your time. So $19.49, and then Grubhub on June 4th was $11.60.84, and then my regular pay was $15.16, and I get that bi-weekly. I feel like we do have, in my opinion, a large amount of income coming in now, which I'm so incredibly grateful for, because you guys know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, my number one priority through all of this is stacking this emergency fund, and that is something that I want to actually end up having 6 months worth of salary in here, because I don't know what's going to happen to my job. I don't know if I'm going to survive the next round of layoffs, and I just want to be prepared. And I've said this before in videos, if there's one thing that this entire situation has taught me, it's that nothing is 100% secure. And, my husband and I have been in our jobs for decades, and for things like this to happen, you just don't expect it, so you just never know. So the following week, $240.92 on Instacart. But again, like I was saying, I do feel like we're bringing in a really decent amount of income. Now, some of you may think, it's not it's not that much. And some of you may think that's a lot. That kind of thing is just subjective to everybody. You know, everybody's different opinion. But for me, I'm grateful, I'm happy, and not only can we make our bills now, but we can put some money aside. So really, really exciting stuff. All right, 602.76. $15.16. Now, my regular paycheck that you see, this $15.16 every 2 weeks, is going to be declining. So I think the first paycheck that's going to be affected by that is the second pay in July. So if I just open up this calendar really quickly, I get 3 pays in July. So again, that's even more amazing. I wish I didn't put Instacart in here first, because now I have to like cover this up. I'm not doing Instacart anymore, if you're wondering why. I do have a video on that, but I am still doing Grubhub. But I have a paycheck on July 3rd, which is this Friday. I have one on July 17th and then July 31st. So twice a year, the way the Fridays fall, I do get paid like an extra pay. And so I have bonus written here because it is kind of a bonus. So the first time I think that I'm going to see my pay reduction is going to be right here on July 17th. YouTube, let's see, I got YouTube this month too. And I rounded it up, and I wish I didn't do that because I like to be kind of precise on income. Now when I'm budgeting and doing cash envelopes, usually I round down. 514.20. I had 515 there, but I just wanted to be really precise. So 514.20, and that was huge. So that was a combination of this channel and some leftover that we got from my husband's channel. And that was just totally unexpected, and I was so incredibly grateful for that. So Instacart on June 24th, 261.17. And then on the 25th, 689.19. I have 7437.85, and I just got done saying I wanted to be really precise with the YouTube amount, and I wrote 00. That is not true. So I'm going to be very precise. So plus 0.20. Oh God. All right. 7437.85 plus 0.20 cents. All right, so it is actually 7438.05. All right, so we're good. $26.50 is our bills. Let's go week 1. What are our variables? So 100 plus 60 plus 25 plus 300. So my variables for that week were 485. So we're gonna put that here. And when I say variable expenses, I mean things like groceries, gas money, things that can change week to week. You could have a lot of constants in there, but you know, the amounts can change. I don't always have the same amount for gas, or, you know, I could change my grocery amount. So it is variable. Sinking funds, we're gonna plug that in too. That also changes. Let's add 80 plus 1 plus 120 plus 300 is 501. So let's put that in there. The sinking funds for the following week, week 2, looks like 200 plus 200 plus 20 plus 14 is, I'm gonna move that just a bit for you. Oh, stop. Okay, so that's 434. So I'm gonna put that here. Variables. You can't see my calculator. There's not enough room for everything. All right, so the variables are 100, 50, 25, and 50. So 225. So I'm gonna write that there. Oops. All right, so that is week 2. Now let's pop on to week 3. And sinking funds, we added 100, and then 55, and then 250, and then 430. So that's 835. And then variables were 100 plus 25 plus 60 plus 300, 485. To be honest with you, I'm not sure where I plugged in his rent unless I just put it back into my savings, which is sometimes what I do. And sometimes I use it for other stuff. I don't know. I don't see it listed here as income. I see here I had some pocket money of $14. So that could be part of the 33. I don't have the rent here as income on this week. I don't have it on this week. And I don't have it on this week. So I'm sorry to say, I probably put it back in the bank. I don't know. I have to be more diligent about that. You know what? I have to figure out a plan of what I want to do with that money, give it a purpose, and start to get a lot, you know, tighten up this process, because that does not make sense to me. And so I need to figure that out. But anyway, that's my recap. I'm still happy that I went ahead and did this. I think that it is still going to be helpful, even though this was a little bit of a trial to get through the first time. I'm going to be really more diligent next month, more precise, and make sure that this is 100% accurate and not leave room for things like pocket money and rent that I don't do anything with. I really want to make sure that I'm tracking every penny. The month of June was a little bit overwhelming. There was a lot going on and things like that, but I really need to be more diligent. So that is going to be what I do. In fact, I see some, I have some money up here remaining in bank, $40 rollover. So I see some areas where there could have been a discrepancy or that I didn't fully explain or bring things down. That's probably what happened, but I'm not going to worry about it. July's a new month. We're going to press on and be super accurate and make sure that we're doing everything as closely to the penny as possible. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I know that this is probably a little bit frustrating at points to watch, and just maybe a little bit all over the place, but this is the first time doing a recap like that, and I just I wanted to test it out and see how I liked it, and I'm glad that I did a video about it because I do see some areas that I will be needing to tweak as we go along. So thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps my channel, and of course I hope to see you guys in my next video. Take care.